are so beautiful to me. Can't you see everything? Oh, hey, buddy. Sir Walter. That's the Sir Walter Jones Show. I'm Heath. It is the evening edition. Babe. That's what I feel right now. You ever had that moment where you were somewhere or in the presence of somebody and all you can do was go, like you was really stressed out, like your day was crazy and your boss beat you up, your co-workers ain't no good, you only had just enough money for that last piece of lunch that's gonna last you all week, gas is low, the weather ain't operating right for you, that office feels like it's 20 below, and you decide not to bring a jacket that day. Oh man, your day is just crazy. And you had that moment where you just went, the day is over, and you're able to just chill at home, in the chair, in the bed, on the couch, in a lazy boy with your boo. You ever felt that way? You just want to be in his or her presence, Chandra? You just feel like, Bridget, Beverly, what do you say? Just, Dwayne Madison. That moment of ecstasy. I ain't talking about sex. I'm talking about the moment of ecstasy. That moment where you can't wait to get home because your lover is there awaiting you, or y'all gonna get home at the same time. Y'all know what that feels like? Wait to exhale? Yeah. Bridget said it's only Tuesday. That's okay. That is okay. Bianca just showed me your post about taking the test. What test? What test you talking about? I don't know who's flying up there, but y'all need to be quiet. They need to be quiet. I'm trying to talk out here. Good evening, Marcia. How are you? I don't know what test you're talking about, Bullock. I want to talk about date night. Date night. D'Amica, date night. Where you been, by the way? You missed like 9 shows, D'Amica. Date night. If you're with someone who you really like, number 2, you with somebody who you have fallen in love with, one of the two, you should have, number 3, someone that you're married. All right. Hopefully those other 2 people are in your marriage. All right. Yeah. Well, y'all should have date night. And if y'all don't have a date night, something has been lost in y'all's relationship if you have not established a date night. You gotta have one. Yes, you do. D'Amica said, work, then sleep. I feel you on that. I'll allow it. Date night. Okay. Some of y'all are overworked. I get it. Some of y'all got children. I get it. But even in the show that I said that you guys need to schedule time for sex, you need to schedule time for date. Yeah. I don't care what your relationship is, your relationship status is. If there's somebody in your life right now that you just go bonkers over, you need to, once a week, not once a month, not once every other week, once a week, y'all need to make time, Bridget, thank you, for date night. Don't wait until you feel good. Don't wait until the money is right. Don't do it. You gotta have date night, and you pick the night where you know there won't be any distractions, and you know what night that is. All right? For me, a great date night might be Monday, because Sunday, most of us who work in the church are working in the church. We're hustling and trying to make sure things are okay. We're worship leaders, musicians, we're pastors, elders, ministers, deacons, ushers, janitors. We're everything in the church, and so that's really not our day of rest. That Sabbath day is our day of work. Okay, so Monday is my day of relaxation. And so Monday is a perfect night for date night for me. And then maybe the second one might be a Friday night, because most Friday nights I'm not really doing anything. Thank God. And I made sure that I wanted my Friday nights back, so I captured it back. I said, Friday, you got to be back in my life. I don't want to do no work. I just want to just hang out with friends and family, go to y'all's musicals and anniversaries. So that's what I do. Mondays, I'm still tired from Sunday. See, D'Amica, that's what I'm talking about. Because you work in the church. All right? So Monday it is. So what you gonna do on a date night, and how do you convince your lover that you need to have a date night? Okay, y'all gotta come to a conclusion on a night, again, that's not distractive, meaning you should not have a favorite show that you, now let me reiterate, let me put a spin on this. Okay, your date night need to be, number one, a night that you go out of the house. Find a babysitter. All right, go away from the house. It could even be, watch this, in the backyard, under a tent, sitting under a juniper tree with each other. It could be at the park up the street. It's still a date, and it's in an atmosphere that's different from your norm. You see what I'm saying? Don't do the date night in the house. Now, you can do a date night in the house, but after you have experienced and explored the world. So there are many places, people who live in certain cities, you can do staycations, okay, in your city, in your town, where you go places you've never been before, or go places where you've only passed through those neighborhoods, but you never stopped, and you saw that little restaurant, that little Italy ice cream shop, okay, they sell icy cups and stuff like that. Well, stop passing by that place. You keep reaching over to your woman and say, oh man, I wonder what's in there. Well, you've been passing by there for 5 months wondering what's in there. Stop, pull over, get out, let the people see you. Stop ordering stuff online for date night. No. Leave the house, let the people see you. Touch people's hands, shake the clerk's hand, let them see you eye to eye, okay? Take money out your pocket. Don't use your credit card, Visa card, and all that stuff. Do it the old-fashioned way. Pull out 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, okay, and count it out to the cashier or whoever, okay? Do it the old-fashioned way. Y'all walk down the street, because date night could be date day, okay, depending on what you do. That's right, now, no drive-through. Don't do it. No. Get out of the car. Do not do a drive-through service. Please don't do it. Y'all have this destroyed the romance in your relationships. That's why we're doing this romance in the park. Okay, get out of the car. Man, show her chivalry. Open her door, and hold her hand, and escort her to wherever y'all getting ready to go. All right. Right now, it's about a good, beautiful, cool 75 degrees, okay, here in the park. This is probably the last day of the great summer that we had here in Chicago, and it's going to drop come tomorrow. So I figured this might be the last day I can do this without a jacket or a sweater or a coat on, okay? And we'll have another day or two, like this, maybe next week or something like that. Teasers of Indian summers, okay? But you get you a map out. Your phone tells you what degree it's going to be in the next few days. Find out if Tuesday is going to be 75 degrees and say, that's the date. We're going to move things out of the way, no distractions, get babysitters, tell pastor I can't come to Bible study that night. And you say, I just want to feel the last portions of summer. And then you go out there and do something beautiful. Take your woman on a walk, man. Tell her to put on her walking shoes. And y'all go walking in a place that you always drive by. And sometimes you ain't got to say nothing. Just look up. Look at the elements, okay? Look at these people right here. See, this is what they do in the park. How do I do this, okay? See, white folk, they do it. Now look at this. See, now they all decide they're going to, and these are couples. They be out here walking their dogs all together. It's a co-op. You know, I love it. And they're going around the block. Okay, they're going around the block with each other. The romance, take your dog with you. Take your cat. Take your hamster with you. Okay, it's okay if you got a little kid. Maybe decide to take the kid on the date night and show that child how date night is, so that the child could see. Oh man, she can see, or he can see how things are going to be when he gets older. He's going to, or she's going to establish date night for your future son-in-law or daughter-in-law. I'm trying to tell y'all, I saw an older couple tonight. It was so cool. Yeah, so take your boo out somewhere and go walking. And some of you need the exercise anyway. So get her some exercise, because what you're saying is to her, see, this is another show. You're already saying to her that she let herself go. Help her out. Help her out. She let herself go. Help her out. What is that movie, the Tyler Perry movie, where, oh man, what was it called? Where the boy was married to the singer, the jazz singer. What's her name? She just let herself go, and now he didn't like her, and he would talk about her, call her fat and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, you know how Tyler Perry writes his movies, and then this fine brown frame, or sometimes that light-skinned brother show up and sweep her off her feet. Tyler Perry, he's got that same, yeah, well, yeah, why did I get married? Is that what it's called, Keisha? So, you let yourself go, your brothers, Jill Scott. Yeah, Jill Scott. Yeah. You feel that she let herself go? Okay. What you gonna do for her? Because possibly she feels you let yourself go. Up here. Just because you ain't gained no weight or lost no weight don't mean nothing. You might have let yourself go by letting her go as she let herself go. You see how that works? So, even if the weather changed where it's cold outside, they make jackets and sweaters and they make coats. They do. Especially if you live in the Midwest, upper north, or what have you, and places in the South. Florida gets cold. I lived there for years. Sure do. So, grab a coat, fur coat or something, and go out on the town. You spend money on all this other wasted stuff. Why can't you spend money and taking your woman out? Man, if you live in Chicago, there are some great restaurants, okay, that you can go downtown. You can say, listen, baby, in 2 weeks, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do our date nights, still keep them, still do our walks, still do the picnic in the park, or go in the backyard, do a picnic, okay? Unusual, but do it. And then, every now and then, maybe once a month, spend some money. Just think about it. Okay, if you could put it in your budget, you may not be able to do it once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Spend some money. Ooh, the memories. I'm trying to tell y'all, there's some places here in Chicago you can go downtown to what's it called, the John Hancock Building. There's a nice restaurant in the John Hancock Building, way up at the top. Ooh, it's just so classic, just so beautiful. Call for reservations. And let her look out that window and see her beautiful city. There's another place called the Cité downtown. It's over there at the Twin Towers downtown. It's called the Cité. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna spend about $100. So what? Might be a little bit more depending on you want a porterhouse. So what? How many lives you got to live? Okay? How many memories have you built up with each other? Okay, what can you tell your children as you get older? Me and your daddy, here's what we did. Or me and your daddy didn't do nothing for me. Okay, what you gonna tell your grandkids? Okay, about what grandpapa did for you. You don't want that Edith Bunker romance type thing where sex was like I don't know. Sex for them was like going to the doctor. Men don't go to the doctor, so that's the way sex was in the house. Okay, he didn't take her out that much. All right. So when he did, notice how Edith responded. She was so gleeful. She was so excited. Oh, she's going to take me out. And even Meathead and Gloria, they was like, well, y'all going out? But Meathead and Gloria went out all the time. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? So, man, don't let your women feel like, oh, my God, we're going out. No, she's supposed to say, I can't wait for next week. She shouldn't say, I wonder if there's ever going to be another one like this. She should never, ever come to that conclusion. She should say, I can't wait for Monday. Why, Mama? Why? You can't wait for Monday? Because your daddy getting ready to take me out. Ooh, I love it when he take me out. And that's if you're married. If you're not married, then still you can't wait for Monday. Why? You telling your girlfriend, girl, what time is it? It's 6 o'clock. Oh, I got to get dressed. Why? My man is on his way over. And he getting ready to take me out. Where y'all going? Y'all going to a ritzy place? Okay, he about to spend some big money on you. Nah, baby. He ain't about to spend no big money on me. No, we don't play that. No. We going walking 3 blocks from here and sit up under the tree. Your girlfriend be like, that's so boring. And you going to say, that's because your relationship is boring. That's why you broke. Because every time y'all go out, y'all spend all this money. And you can hardly pay your car note. But me and my boo, we're going 3 blocks up the street. And we're going to sit up under a juniper tree and look up and watch the moon come on up. Ah, come on up. Bye, girl. I got to get dressed. Bam. Okay? Yeah. And then every blue moon, Barbara says the Renaissance Hotel, the rooftop, very romantic. Woo, I'm trying to tell y'all. Yes, every city that I know got a place where you can go for romance. You can go to, I went downtown, where was I? I was in the South, and there was a corn stalk, okay? And somebody had built a trail through the corn stalk, and the corn stalk was about this tall. I think y'all saw the little video I did where I was talking about, I'm a children of the corn. Yeah, I purposely said that, by the way. Some of y'all are just so dry. Okay? And I saw this little tread going through the corn. I said, oh my God, this is so romantic. This is beautiful. Take your man to those places. Hey, Crystal Jones, blessings to you. I'm trying, Crystal. I am trying. All right? So pick a night. I don't care what night it is. Pick a night. Don't do it on a Sunday. If you working in church, don't do it. She too tired. No. Do it on the day that your favorite show ain't playing, where y'all go outside the house and have a great time. Now, what happens if you just don't feel like going outside? You can create some great moments in the house. That's for the married and the single. Yes, I said it, and I know some of y'all are too holy and too deep to say he shouldn't be over my house and I shouldn't be over his house. Well, bye-bye to you. You can turn this off. You're just going to be you're going to have I just did a Song of Solomon. I was sitting right here on this bench right there. Okay, I just did that show, my last show. I read 8 chapters out of the book of Song of Solomon, Song of Songs. Okay, it is the greatest writing, the Bible says. It opens up with it says the greatest writings of Solomon, and Jesus Christ himself quoted from the Song of Songs. They're canticles. There's poetry. Okay, it's just poetic license in there. And from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 4, they was very, very romantically involved. No, they weren't having sex, but they were talking about each other's body parts. She didn't, of course, he did more body part. That's hard to say. Okay, he pretty much undressed her. Yeah, he did. And it's in the scripture. Yeah, he did. And then she says, come here. Let me put your head in my bosom. Let me take your hand. I'm gonna put my head in your arms, or vice versa. Okay? They was doing that stuff before they got married. They was talking about it. They was holding each other's hands, and they was skipping through the tulips. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were. So romantic. He was writing her love letters, and they were embracing all this before they got married. And by the time you get down to chapter 4 at the end, then I can't go there. Y'all go to that show. It was a hot show. Yeah, the bugs were just biting me out here. And it was a great show. Yeah. Groupon has great places to sunset cruises. Come on, Shanette, on sailboats. Man, yes. We did that all the time. It was so nice. Yes. What you say, bro? You didn't go to that. Yes, I did, Crystal. I went there. I know, Crystal. I know they don't receive that. Let me tell you something. The saints don't receive that Song of Solomon stuff, and it's in the Bible. 90% of Christians have never, ever read the book of Song of Solomon. I believe in my heart of hearts, 95% of all Christians have never, ever read the book. I'm talking about all 8 chapters. They've never read it. And when they started reading it, they couldn't understand it because it was King James vernacular. And when they read it, they can't understand who's talking. They don't know if it's the Shulamite woman talking, or was it Solomon talking, or if it's a whole bunch of women. See, there's 4 people involved in here, 4 groups. There's 2 individuals talking, and 2 groups talking in the Song of Solomon. If you pay close attention, the woman speaks, the man speaks, the women who's hanging around this woman speaks, and then the brothers of the women who's hanging around, they speak. Absolutely. It's like Romeo and Juliet, pretty much what it was. The Montagues and the Capulets. Okay. Oh my God, today. Oh, what's in the name? I can't go there. I'm gonna have to do that show called What's in the Name. Romantic and the series though. See, I already preached on What's in the Name. I did that at church already. Go on YouTube and there it is. But I want to redo that What's in the Name in my Romance in the Park series. Y'all know I can do it. I'm going to do it. What's in the name? Because there's something about your girl's name. Brothers, I don't care if her name is Lucretia. It don't matter. It don't matter. Oh, I'm going to do that. Crystal, I'm going there. That was the romantic book series that I read. Really, Crystal? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, taking another chapter from my book. Literally, the very first chapter is entitled Dating Doesn't End with I Do, including in-home date ideas. We need to get Joe Hill's book and do a show. Joe, if you can send me a copy of your book, I want to do an entire show on that book. I want to do it. Send it to me. Express if you can. And I want to do that book. Okay? Because the people need to hear from people who are believers that it's okay to be in love and not be so bored, because your pastors and your pastors' wives are going home and sleeping in 2 separate beds because their work is too strenuous and stressful, and y'all got them doing everything and calling pastor at 2 in the morning and he praying for everybody. Oh my God. Oh, you still editing it, Joe Hill? Okay, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay? And so the pastor's wives are bored stiff with the pastor because he's spending too much time on the saints and not enough time with her. So, who knows this? Guess who knows this? The void is in the house. She knows it, and of course, the children know it, of course. Obviously, the pastor knows it, although he thinks things better. He thinks they're better than they are. Usually, men always think things are better at home than what they really are. The women know better. Sorry, the phone rang. The women know that things ain't better. Men think that they are. Okay? So, who else knows that things are better? I mean, things are not good with the pastor's wife. You know who else knows? The women who are watching. Okay? Now, the women are watching her, and the women are watching him. Okay? Now watch this. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. Thank you, Crystal. You nailed it. The women in the church, they're watching the pastor, and they can tell that things ain't great romantically at home. They know it. They're watching also the first lady, because the first lady is acting sexually frustrated. You're like, what did that look like? I did that show 2 shows ago. you begin to act out in certain ways because you're not getting taken care of at home. Easily frustrated, easily getting upset and bitter over little things. You want to throw something real fast. You want to cut folks off. You're snappish, Crystal Jones says. All of these are signs, okay, that you're sexually frustrated, because men do it as well. All right? So now the both of you are pastors, assistant pastor, co-pastor of a church, and you're trying to do counseling. You're preaching and giving advice and encouraging words, things like that. And you go home to the antithesis of everything that you said from the pulpit. So when he gets up there and says, I give honor to my wife and all this stuff, she's looking like, whatever. I'm the cream of your what, coffee? Oh, get out of here. She can't say it openly, but the look on her face from the sisters who were looking, they know. He ain't breaking off a piece of that Kit Kat, but I know he ain't, okay? So, look at their example as something that you should not be getting yourself into. Look at the hearts. You're getting what? Yeah, Dwayne Madison say. I know the hearts are saying something, Doc. The hearts are saying something. They've seen it for themselves. They've seen it. They've witnessed it. That body language, Bridget, I'm trying to tell y'all, I've been in the church all my life. I've been in the church for a little over 50-something years. I've seen it all, and it's hard for me to say some things. It really is. But just because they got First Lady in the title don't mean that, man, how do I say this? Okay, let's just say that I can write a book on the many times some of the women who are up in echelon in the church gave Brother Jones a phone call. Let me move on. Seen a pastor whose wife won't even come in the sanctuary to hear him preach. Ooh, my God, today. Now, that's sad. So, if you know somebody like that, tell them to tune in to Sir Walter Jones Show. We're going to help them out. I made some mistakes. When I was married, though, my wife at the time shocked me. That's why I know I can talk like this. We were sitting on the couch, watching TV. She was in the kitchen making my favorite dish, all right? And she brought my food to me, and we're sitting on the couch, and I'm watching TV, and my wife said to me, "Babe," I said, "Yeah." She said, "What is the most romantic moment you and I have had together, in your opinion?" Now, I'm in trouble. That's like asking a man, when is our wedding anniversary? That's like asking a man, when my birthday sometimes, okay? That's like asking a man, what's my middle name? Yeah, that's like asking a man, I got 3 sisters, give me all their names, first, middle, and men just don't pay attention to that stuff. So here I am thinking, what is the most romantic moment? Is this a trick question, or is she really in the mood? So here's what I did. I began to tell her about our wild excursions outdoors where I spent money, where we took trips, okay? It always had to deal with money and me buying her something like a jewelry or something like that, because men think that these are the things that please women. Just like women think that certain things please men because of how y'all dress and the makeup y'all put on and the perfumes y'all put on and the weave and all this stuff. That only pleases a man's eye, but it doesn't please his heart. That don't cause him to stay. That causes him to just hang around, but he ain't staying. He not making a home there. He not digging his pleats in the ground and planting his feet there. No, he's only there temporary. It's like a pencil with an eraser on it. Pretty much, he's bringing a pencil to your party. He ain't bringing a permanent marker. Lord have mercy. Okay, so she began. I'm trying, Crystal, I'm trying. So I says all these pleasant things that I bought for her, and then she says, then I ask her, what is the most precious, most romantic moment in our relationship that we've done, maybe recently or some time ago. And you know what my wife said to me? Are you ready for this? Here is what my dear wife said to me. She said, what we're doing right now. I said, huh? She said, yes. She said, do you know how long I've been waiting to have a moment with my husband where he ain't on the phone, okay, counseling folks, where he ain't watching his favorite television show in his office, where he ain't on the computer, all right, on social media, okay, where he ain't out there playing for some gig, where he ain't out there, you know, counseling the neighbor up the street. Okay, none of that. She says, I've been waiting on the moment where I can make my man his favorite dinner and come sit on this love seat and watch TV with him. And she put her head on my shoulder. And I said, ouch. I felt lower than the gnats of Natchez, Mississippi. Okay, I looked like the red dirt of Alabama. Oh, I was the grease monkey of Tallahassee, Florida. I mean, I can't find nothing else. I just felt low. Lower than low. Yeah, tell the truth, we want FaceTime. And that's the thing that I forgot about women at that time, Yolanda. I forgot. It wasn't about all of the fanciness and the things that I could buy with my Visa Gold. It was me being in the room with her with undivided attention. No phone ringing and nobody coming over to the house. That was the moment she looked for, and I had to recreate that moment. Brothers, sometimes women just want some simple time with you. Put the Visa card away. Leave it at home. Okay? Leave the car keys at home, and the both of you put on some gym shoes and go outside and walk down the street. Even if it's a mile from the house, walk 1 mile and talk. And walk down the street you never walked down before. And say, wow, I never noticed that house. Babe, tell me about this house. Hey, babe, yeah. What's your dreams and aspirations? Because in many cases, y'all never told each other your dreams. You never did. That is correct. Yolanda says the greatest level of intimacy is the communication piece. You see, sometimes, brother, you got to ask your woman. Say, hey, what is your dream? What is it? That thing, babe. That thing that you always wanted to do, but things were just in your way. Whether it was money, whether people were they wasn't there for you. Okay, you needed the proper encouragement. You needed the degree, okay, to climb up the corporate ladder. What was that? What is that thing, babe? What is it? Oh man, brothers. She gonna open up to you. She gonna say, babe, wow, I didn't even, wow, you even thought to ask me that. And then she gonna tell you what that dream is, because every woman got one. Everyone. You see, men got fantasies. Women do too. They got fantasies. But men think about their fantasies more so than women do. Women think about that dream. It's that thing she really wanted to do. And she's been trying to tell you that, but she stopped trying to tell you that because you ain't listening. So take her out for a walk and just ask her, babe, what is it? What is that thing? That's just that thing that you've been thinking about. And she's going to tell you, and it might make you drop to the floor, like, wow, that's what you want? Yes. You see, psychologically, men are moved. The one I'm talking about, he's moved by women that he's in love with, right? Not just any woman who tell him her dream. I'm talking about if he's in love with you and you tell him something that either he can do at the moment or can't do at the moment or can do 5-10 years from now, guess what happens to him psychologically? I'm trying to help y'all, sisters. See, unfortunately, you can't approach him and say, babe, I need this, I need this, I need this. He goes, okay. Nope. You got to set the right atmosphere. Once the atmosphere is set, then the approach comes. If he approach you with it, oh my God, you got him now. And then you say, babe, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a pilot. I want to be the one that fly the United Airlines. I'm in the pilot seat, okay? And he gonna say, you want to be a pilot? Yes. Now he's thinking in his mind, how much money do I have? He's thinking in his mind. He can't tell you how he working it out, but he immediately, right away, start working out how to fix your problem in his mind. I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't think y'all understanding this. And he's thinking, and then he praying too. He talking to God. He said, now God, now you help me. My woman have been so patient with me. She done picked up my dirty drawers, okay? That my body odor and smells around the house. She told me to empty the garbage. It took me 3 days to do that. And she told me to take the kids out, to go take the kids to school and to do this and that, and I didn't do it when I should have done it. All these things, my woman been so patient with me, and she still cooks for me. She cleans for me, God. She gives me sex, okay, God. And I just, how could I not make her dreams come true? Now he's saying all this while y'all walking. He talking to God. There's 3 people there. Well, there's 2 people, but there's 3 there, like a trinity of sorts. The 2 of y'all, and he brought God on the walk. Yep, and he's thinking, what God? What can I do? What monies can I move around? Can I get a second job? Can I maybe up my Uber and my Lyft? Okay, is there some type of investment that I can do, God, in the next 3, 4, 6 months? God, help me out. Give me what to do so that my wife could enjoy this dream and that it could be realized. That's what real, true, God-fearing men do. And then once he do that step, he begin to implement it. He don't always tell you. He just go into implementing that plan. How did all this happen? Date night. Y'all went for a walk. Yeah. You caught him. You got him in the atmosphere. You set the atmosphere for him. He didn't even know. Ooh, he didn't know. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Yes. Blessed marriage. Unit couple, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Yes. Caring enough to communicate is an investment, Yolanda. You better preach this. You better preach this. Yes, y'all are helping me out. Yes, indeed. The normal won't tell you. He will just do it. Yes, they're planners. See, people talk about me a lot because some say that I'm mysterious. All right? Now, there's 2 things people will say about me. Number 1, I'm always like clockwork doing the same thing. They say, Walter, every time we turn around, we can set our clocks to you. You do the same thing over and over again, every day, every week, every month. We see you doing this, we see you doing that, we see you doing this. Do you ever rest? I tell them, yeah, I rest when I can. They say, you're the same guy, all right? But then the second thing they say about me is this: you're mysterious. We can't figure you out. How are you able to do this and do that and do this? And you didn't tell us that you were going to do this, then do that. But then, before you know it, this has been done, that's been done, and this has been done. All right? And I tell them as much as I can, as much as humanly possible. I tell them, well, Joe Hill says, covered in chapter, allowing your woman to fly. Joe Hill, please. If I got to send some money down there for you to hear it and write this book, okay? Here's my secret. My secret comes from my flaw. You've got to take this negativity, this flaw, this attack on you and turn it into lemon juice, Coca-Cola, or whatever your favorite drink is. Take the flaw and work it. Work it, boo-boo, work it. See, I was the middle child. I still am. In my family. Felt left out. The older children, well, they went out chasing girls. The girls didn't like me. I was just a big-nosed, skinny dude playing in the sandbox. Felt left out. Okay? I was the baby for 5 long years. The three kids, I got spoiled for 5 years, thank God, but still, I wanted to play with my brothers or people and some of the friends in the neighborhood in the sandbox, but they wouldn't play with me. Okay? Yeah. And then, Shantae says, good night, headed to Romance Lane. Go ahead, girl, go ahead. Those 5 kids up under me, well, I became the oldest caretaker for them. I was cleaning their diapers, changing their diapers, giving them milk, putting that milk on the stove. Y'all remember before microwaves, okay? You fill that bottle up and put that water on the stove and put that bottle in the pan. Come on, y'all. Put the bottle in the pan and let that milk get a little warm, and then you take your sleeve, okay? Make sure, and then you roll your sleeve up if you had one on, and you take that milk and you pour it on your sleeve, on your arm, on your elbow, to see if it was warm or not. Come on. And then you give it, and then you put the baby in your arm, and then you feed it. And sometimes, depending on how much of a pig that baby was, the baby would drink that milk all up and still is hungry. So what do? You go down there and get that powdered cereal, and then you pour some of the powdered cereal in the milk, that you just warmed up, and shake that thing up. Because now when and then you poke a hole in the pacifier part, the top of the bottle. Yeah, come on, y'all. I've been a father a few times. I know. Okay, and you poke a hole in there because the cereal in that thing, it was too thick for it to go through there, and then it clogged up the pacifier part. Yeah. So you poke a hole in there with a little pin, and then you feed the baby, and then before you know it, burp, that baby's getting filled, and then that baby go to sleep. That's how I put my little brothers and sisters to sleep. I put that cereal and whatever I can find, baby formula, okay, and made them burp themselves to sleep, because the milk wasn't enough. Joneses can eat, all right? So I had a flaw. One of my flaws was I didn't tell nobody what I was doing. I didn't tell them where I was going. I just didn't do it. Didn't do it. I felt like if I told them, they wouldn't care anyway. So since I was a preteen, I would get on my little bicycle and ride my bicycle all around the city of Chicago, and nobody knew where I was all day long. See, back in the day, you could be gone all day. And there was no worry, because before the street lights came on, your parents said, Walter. You heard them from wherever you were in the city. You heard them call you, and you've been back in the house. Just amazing. No cell phones, no communication that we have today. They just called your name, and you found your way back home. Well, I hung out at downtown most of the time with my bicycle. All right? Didn't tell nobody nothing. And I began to come up with these little things, and God would speak to me. He would tell me what to say, what to do, okay? When to act, when not to act, when to respond, when not to respond. As a little guy, I've always had a prayer life. So I built the Sir Walter Jones Show off of my flaws, my insufficiencies, efficiencies, and whatever those big words are. I built my show off of that. This is my life story. Romance in the Park, it's my life story. Evening Manor, it's my life story. Okay, all the things that I do when I'm traveling, it's my life story. When I get up to preach at your church, my life story. Okay, Y'all got a story. Y'all should be like Joe Hill and tell it. You'd be surprised who's interested in it. Okay? So as I close this down, brothers, take your woman out and tell her your story. Tell her your story. She never heard it before. You kept it. There was something about you that you just couldn't tell her. You was afraid that she was going to look at you a certain way. Please, women understand you better than you think. They understand, and they're sympathetic to your flaws. When you open up and tell them what it is, they already know what it is. But when you open up and tell them, babe, something's wrong, watch your woman respond in the way that you responded when she was telling you about her dreams and aspirations. While you telling her your pains, she done went to the Lord. While you're yet speaking, she done brought God into it. So the Trinity is back. And she said, now God, I love this man. Sometimes he does get on my nerve, but he is in pain. And he's telling me about his pain. Now the transparency is coming out. God, I was waiting on this. Thank you for allowing him to talk to me. Now what can I do, God, to help him? What is it that I can do? Do I need to back up or push forward? What can I do? What can I develop with my hands? What can I make? What can I crochet? What can I knit? What can I cook? What can I do emotionally, romantically, spiritually? What can I do for this man to make his latter days of his life better? That's what she's doing in her mind, brothers, but she ain't telling you. Ooh, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. Let me shut it down. Yeah, man, this was good. This was my first time. Okay, Yolanda, well, we've done several of these, and just go on YouTube, and there they all are. All right, I got to get out of here, y'all. I just wanted to enjoy this last day of warmth in this great city of mine. Yeah, I took the, I don't usually share things that I do. I really don't. I don't. But I was hanging around the car lot today, and I bought that. Yeah, I bought that. That's the new Service-mobile. I said, God, I want a Service-mobile. He said, you do? I said, yeah, I want one. And he said, okay. You have not because you asked not. I said, well, I want one. What you want? And I told him what I want. I went down there to the car lot. And I looked her in the face. And I said, I want that one. She said, you sure? I said, yeah. She said, you working? I said, nope. I work for myself. I am my boss. I am he. I said, have you ever heard my show? It's the Sir Walter Jones Show. I am he. I am the boss. She said, oh, well, excuse me. She said, you got direct deposit? I said, yes. I make my money and I directly deposit it. She said, oh, well, excuse me, sir. I said, yeah. What do you think I come here for? I don't come here for no games. She said, well, go out there on the lot. I said, well, then I'm going. Sure did. I went out there on the lot, Barbara. I saw a whole bunch of cars. I said, I can have any one of these if I wanted to. She said, you sure can. I said, I want that one. She said, you sure? She said, this one right? I said, no, I want that one. She said, okay, well, open it up. Sit down in it. Lay down if you have to. I said, okay. I said, all right. I got out of that car and started walking back to the gate. She said, there's some more cars out here. I said, no, lady, I told you. My mind's made up. Didn't I just tell you I am he? Let's go down and sign some papers. She said, well, I got to run this, I got to run. I don't care. You can run whatever you want to. Yeah. While she was running, I was on the phone texting folks and just talking about other stuff. I don't care what you're running. But when I leave here, you better give me these keys. I'm sorry, that was my house keys, okay? When I leave here, you better give me these keys. She said, okay, you that bad? Here the key. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow night. If it's not too cold, we'll do this again. Okay? All right? I'm about to get in the car and drive off, and y'all still, I'm sorry, y'all are still here. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hit the share button. Bye-bye. Hit the subscribe button. YouTube, folks. Love you guys. Date night. Have a great time. Bye-bye.